Hi guys, and welcome to the very first video of Mathemagic, where we will be starting with the first chapter, number system. The first question that arises is, what is a rational number? Rational number exactly hota kya hai? Any number that can be expressed in the form of p by q form, where p and q both are integers and q should not be equal to 0, is called a rational number. A very important thing to note is that q cannot be 0. So if any number can be expressed in p by q form, then it is a rational number. For example, 2 by 3, 3 by 2, 4 by 5, all of these are rational number. Even 10, which is a natural number, can be expressed as 10 by 1. So all natural numbers can also be expressed as rational numbers, so they are also rational numbers. Rational number come from the word ratio. Rational comes from the word ratio, and so it is the ratio of two terms which can be expressed in p by q form. Again, q cannot be equal to 0. For example, as I have told that minus 7 can be written as minus 7 by 1, 6 can be written by 6 by 1, 0, very important, that 0 can be expressed as 0 by 1. So here, as I have mentioned that q cannot be equal to 0, but p can be 0. p पे कोई भी criteria नहीं लगा हुआ, p can be 0. So 0 is also a rational number. So we conclude that every integer is a rational number. Now, some of the properties of rational numbers. If a and b are both rational number, then a plus b will also be a rational number. For example, 1 by 4, which is expressed in the form of p by q, where p is equal to 1 and q is equal to 4. And here we can see that q is not equal to 0, q is 4. So it is a valid rational number. Similarly, 2 by 4, where it is expressed as 2, where p is 2 and q is 4, so it is also a valid rational number. And so a plus b is 3 by 4, which is again a rational number which is expressed in p by q form. Similarly, the difference of two rational numbers is a rational number. The product of two rational numbers is a rational number. And the last one is, if a and b are both rational number, then a divided by b need not be a rational number. It need not, very important, that need not be a rational number. For example, as I have shown that the natural numbers are also rational number. So 1 is a rational number, 0 is a rational number, but 1 divided by 0 is not a rational number, because here in p by q form, q will be 0, and so it is not a rational number. Now we have a question where we have to insert 10 rational numbers between two rational numbers. For this, there are some set of steps which we have to follow. So first one is that we will take LCM of the two fractions or the two rational numbers which we are given. In our case, it is coming out to be 63. And now we will convert them into like fractions, 45 and 28. Okay, so it is 45 by 63 and 28 by 63. And now we can clearly see that there are 10 rational numbers that can be inserted, which is 29 by 63, 30 by 63, and so on till 39 by 63. Even we can add 40 by 63, 41 by 63, 42 by 63 till 44 by 63. But since we were asked for only 10 of these, so I have only mentioned 10 of the rational numbers. Now the next question is that we have to insert 4 rational numbers between 2 3 by 5 and 2 3 by 4. So 2 3 by 5 can be written as 13 by 5, and I'll just explain you how. It is 5 into 2, 10. 10 plus 3 is 13. So 13 by 5. And here it is 4 into 2, 8. 8 plus 3 is 11 by 4. So we have to insert 4 rational numbers between these two rationals. So first step is that we have to take out the LCM and convert them into like fractions. So LCM is 20. So 20 and the like fractions will be 52 by 20 and 55 by 20. Now we can see that we cannot insert 4 rational numbers, because if we try to insert, it will be 53 by 20. 54 by 20, and then what? Then it is 55. So in such cases we can multiply them with any number. I have used 10 because multiplication with 10 is easier. So very important that we have to multiply. If we are multiplying with a given number, then it should be the same in both rational number, and should be multiplied by both denominator and numerator. So it is 520 by 200 and 550 by 200. So if we reduce it, it will again be 52 by 20. So we have not changed the rational number. Here also it is 550 by 200. So the rational number is same. Very important, I am repeating it again, that the rational number used has to be same for both the fractions. Like in this case, I have used 10 and 10. Secondly, it has to be multiplied by numerator and denominator both, so that the fraction is same, it does not changes. Now we can see that we can easily insert four rational numbers between these two. So I have it can be 521 by 200, 522 by 200, 523 by 200, 524 by 200, and there can be many. Instead of 10, you could have used 100, 1000, any number, 9, 10, 11, any number. I have used 10 because multiplication with 10, 100 or 1000 is easier. Similarly, we come to the next question. It is five rational numbers between 2 and 3. So 2 can be expressed as 2 by 1, 3 can be expressed as 3 by 1. Now they are already like fractions because their denominator is same. So we can multiply by 10 again. So it will be 20 by 10 and 30 by 10 respectively. Now we can easily insert 5 rational numbers: 21 by 10, 22 by 10, 23 by 10, 24 by 10 and 25 by 10. Now coming to the next question which can be asked in this topic. Show the following decimals as terminating and non-terminating numbers. Now what is terminating and what is non-terminating? As the name suggests, terminating means that it has to terminate or end somewhere, and non-terminating which does not end at any point. For example, 0.075, this decimal has come to an end at the third decimal point. But if it had been 0.075, 6, 7, 8, 9, 2, 3, dot dot dot, so it is not coming to an end. 3 I have written and then dot dot dot, that means it will still continue, it will not come to an end. For example, if we divide 2 by 3 or 1 by 3, it will not come to an end. So these type of fractions are called non-terminating, and this is called a terminating decimal. So now 0.075 can be expressed as 75 by 1000, and in the lowest form it can be expressed as 3 by 40. It can be expressed in p by q forms with q not equal to 0. So yes, they are rational number. So very important that terminating can be expressed as rational numbers. Now if it had been 23.7812, so it can be expressed like this and it is a rational number. 3.142678 can be expressed in a rational form where q is not equal to 0. Now if I had a question like x is equal to 0.6 bar, now what is 6 bar? This bar denotes that 0.6666666, this is a never ending decimal. So how can we write this in a rational form? So firstly we will write x is equal to 0.66666. Then we have to multiply this by, if we multiply this by 10, so it will be 6.6666666. Now if I subtract the two equations, 10x minus x will be 9x, and this difference will be approximately 6. So this can be expressed as 6 by 9 or 2 by 3. As I mentioned earlier, that 2 by 3 will be a non-terminating decimal. So 2 by 3 is the answer of this non-terminating decimal. Now the next question is x is equal to 1.27 bar. Now what does this mean? What does this mean is that 1.27 bar, 1.272727 dot dot dot, that it is a never ending decimal again. Now here you can see that I have multiplied it by 100x and not by 10. Why? I will explain you that. If we had multiplied it by 10, so it would have been 10x is equal to 12.72772 and so on. And x is 1.2727 dot 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 dot. And if we subtract it, it will not come out to be a perfect integer on the right hand side, like we got here like 6. So for that we will have to multiply it by 100, so that if we multiply it by 100, so it will be 100x is equal to 127.272727, and we have x is equal to 1.272727. Now if we subtract it, it will be 99x is equal to 126, and x can be expressed x will be written as 126 by 99, and so we will get 14 by 11, which is a rational form since q is not equal to 0. Question is 0.235 bar. So it is expressed as 0.235353535 and so on and so forth. If we multiply this by 1000x, it will be 235.35 bar, and if I subtract both of them, so it will be 999x is equal to, and if I subtract the two right hand side number, I will get this. Again I'll get something after decimal and not a natural number. So what we can do here is, firstly x is equal to 0.235 bar, so 10x will be 2.35 bar. Now this, and now 1000x will be 235.35 bar. If I subtract this and this, then I'll get 990x is equal to 233, and now x will be written as a rational number since q is not equal to 0, and it can be expressed in p by q form. Similarly, the next question is x is equal to 0.123 bar. Bar is on 3, so it is 0.1233333 and so on and so forth. So now firstly we will convert it to 100. X is equal to 12.3 bar. Now 1000x is equal to 123.3 bar, and we will subtract these two in order to get a natural number here, and x can be expressed in p by q form. The next one is 0.0032 bar. So here 100x is equal to 0.32 bar. 10,000x is equal to 32.3 bar. If I subtract these two, I'll get a natural number. 9900x is equal to 32, and x will be expressed as a rational number. I hope you liked the video. If you liked it, please like, share and subscribe to my channel, and we'll be coming up with new videos sooner.